Hello, everybody. Merry holidays of festivalness and fun. I don't know what to say anymore, so just have a good time. Shit. Drink it up.
Happy holidays.
Enjoy.
Happy holidays.
Merry melodies. I don't know. Do something. Yeah, we're the Real Short Box Live, guys. This is the holiday edition. We've got one more before Christmas happens, so we're going to be back next week as well. And we're going to have some fun. We are sponsored, by the way, by Splattered Frog Brewing, as well as Half's Hot Sauce. So if you would like some good beers and some good hot sauces, Kevin's showing off the Splattered Frog Brewing Company's hats. If you type in the code SHORTBOX on their website for Splattered Frog, you get 20% off your order, guys. That's a pretty good bargain. That's a pretty good deal. I saw the Black Friday specials. No one's offering shit. So Splattered Frogs, actually, their deals are pretty good compared to a lot of other companies.
20%, you said, from the great state of Texas?
Yep, from the great state of Texas. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And those that don't like Texas, well, they're not originally from there, so it's okay. Anyway,
right,
we are going to be doing a holiday smackdown this week, tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got our usuals. We've got Kevin and Chris here. Well, actually, we've got Kevin Mcallister and Chris Kringle. I'm Donner, of course. And in the corner here, just below, we have special guest Sammy Claus. Thanks for joining, Sammy Claus. Appreciate it. Thanks for being on. Let's talk about some of the ones that we thought of or that we are thinking of now off the top of our heads, that just who we would match them with. So throw out a character and say, okay, could we match them in with a fight? Somebody that's not on the list. Like, for example, I want to say freaking Chewbacca, because of the Christmas, the holiday festival special. Yeah, so Chewbacca, who would we mix him with in a knockdown, drag-out holiday fight?
Or like a Sasquatch or something.
Probably.
Like
Bigfoot.
Abominable?
Holiday
From-
Bigfoot.
Abominable Snowman. That works.
We could do the Abominable Snowman. Think of something else, though. Something else outside. Think outside the box on this one.
Besides Bigfoot and Abominable Snowman.
Yeah.
Who's gonna really take on Chewbacca, size-wise and everything?
Doesn't necessarily have to do with size. What about Narwhal? Or the narwhal from Elf, the whale with the unicorn horn.
I mean, it's definitely armed, so
Right, it's possible. Narwhal could do it.
Pointy. Potentially.
Yeah, maybe, possibly, yes.
I mean,
okay, so you drop Chewbacca in the ocean, and the narwhal is there, and they have to fight. Who's gonna win?
Narwhal kind of has the advantage, though, being a water dweller, an ocean dweller.
It's true.
Or about Falcor?
Ooh.
Falcor would be cool.
Something Christmassy, though, for that.
Yeah, I don't know that Never Ending Story is very Christmassy, but it could be.
Could probably make anything Christmassy if you try hard enough. I mean,
True.
Yeah, like all of you who see Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie, Chris.
Another argument for another time.
Okay. All right, I'm doing a few things in the background here, and I'm going to post on our social media here for everybody to see and get invited in. We are now public, so we should have people joining us on YouTube Live at any moment.
Just got a message. They're asking for the link, so I'm about to send it to them as well. Thank you, sir.
Excellent. It is coming. It's coming up, so you better get this party started. It's coming up, you better. All right, join us. Yes, this is good.
I can't take you
How about
seriously.
Chewbacca versus Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh?
Love it.
I feel like that'd be over real quick.
Wow. I can't believe we didn't think of Hanky the Christmas Pooh in any of the fights that we posted.
I know. I was just thinking, I was like, how can we? We're terrible human beings.
That's kind of crazy.
He's not in there. Yeah, Hanky the Christmas Pooh versus Chewbacca. I give it to Hanky.
Me too.
Like,
Really?
easy.
I don't know.
Yeah, Hanky would just go in Chewbacca's mouth when he goes, oh, and then choke him, and then come right out his butt and do it again.
Sure.
Cycle.
Wow, I look drugged. We all look This is probably the worst screenshot of us to advertise for the live pod
no.
ever.
What did you do?
It is bad, guys. I'm going to move on from this decision that that YouTube made for us, apparently.
Can you take? Can
Well,
you?
I'm over here dying myself.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Hanky got it up into my junk stuff because I can't breathe.
Nope. Nope. Too much.
Oh,
We have anybody in the chats yet? No, we have one like. Looks like we do have one person watching, so thank you for watching, person, whoever you are. That I don't know.
Thank you, anonymous individual.
Yes, one anonymous individual. Thank you for watching. Yeah. I'm going to check to make sure that we're live.
oh yeah, I'm
Go.
like choking in my picture. That's great.
Right? And
I'm
Sammy's
glad I don't see it.
very questioning of life. She's like, I'm just like this. I'm like,
It's probably thinking of the talking turd.
Oh, the greatest Christmas hero of all time.
yeah, we're just talking about, Alex just popped in. Thanks for joining, Alex. He just popped in, and we are talking about Hanky the Christmas Pooh versus Chewbacca. It's kind of like an idea that we just came up with that did not make the cut for our holiday smackdown for this evening. An interesting fight, to say the least. I think that Hanky's going to smear Chewbacca's face with poop and probably get in his eyes, and Chewbacca's going to get pink eyes, and it's going to swell and infect, and he's going to lose his sight. And then the following year, Hanky will have then enacted his revenge, so to speak, because I think maybe the first round Chewbacca will win the first Christmas, but the pink eye will get him. And then Hanky will come back seeking
all
his
mental
revenge.
images that I don't need.
All it
Don't
takes
need
is one time Chewbacca doesn't flush, and Hanky enacts his revenge. Thoughts? Anybody?
Happy Monday.
No? Hey, Brody, what's up? Thanks for joining. Yeah, he'll win the war. Exactly, Alex. He might not win the battle, but he will win that
Yeah, it's
war.
not even close. Like I don't think Chewbacca has a shot at all.
But what about Falcor if he came into the fight?
And he will if he was Christmas, but he's not. So this is the
Kevin just really wants to bring Falcor into this for no reason at all.
I do.
I'm like, well, what if a 1955 Chevy joins the fight? Because I really would like to see that.
Oh, you talking about Christine, the car?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's throw in a Ford tractor or a John Deere tractor. I mean,
Ooh, or what if Santa's sleigh was possessed by a demon?
versus, and if we're gonna go, since we're going Falcor, let's go Mater from Cars versus Santa Sleigh. There we go. See how ridiculous you sound, Kevin?
We are all very high, apparently.
I think it sounds great.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not? It's Christmas.
Enrique says, "Hey, y'all, I walked in at pink eye. Isn't that sweet?
Oh no.
Better than brown eye, I guess."
That's a great time.
Yes, Brody. Then there will be a new COVID variant. That's true. Oof. I'm going to put on the screen here, Holiday Smackdown, so everybody knows what we're talking about. Holiday Smackdown. Here we go. It is now on the screen. Hey, Marique. Thanks for joining.
Maria!
No, Marique.
Oh,
She's not on yet, you drunk.
I'm not drunk. I was just happy that my friend was here.
She's not here. Yeah, thanks for joining, Marique. And happy early birthday, by the way.
I don't.
Right?
In about 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Will be her birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
She'll be turning 31 years old.
Aw.
Yes. She will be turning. She will be hitting her mid 30s.
Early 30s, 31st birthday.
Her mid 30s.
Early.
Oh, I am. Alex.
Yeah, her early.
I am.
Yeah. Alex. Yes, sir. Question answered or thought through.
Important question.
We're good. Brody says, "Is Kevin's nose getting red because he is drinking?" LOL. Yes. Kevin,
Yes,
you
it
should
is.
slowly just back up, move over a little bit to where your head is a little bit so move to the left more.
My left.
Yeah, your left.
So that
Right
you
there,
were-
yeah. Yeah.
Actually.
No. You were the other way.
Okay.
Okay. Now slowly back up. Nope. You got to back up in the direction that you need to head, which is left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so back up. Nope. You got to keep standing up. Do you see how the nose needs to superimpose over your nose as you're backing up out of the
I'm
engine?
trying. Okay, I'm trying. Give me a second here.
I think we can do this. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort, but I think we can do this. Okay, I'm putting this on the screen now. Holiday Smackdown for people that don't have. Wow, that image is huge. I need to shrink that down. Good Lord. That came on with force, guys. That was like, hey.
With the force.
Holiday Smackdown. Kevin, did you do it? Did we get it done?
No.
Andrew Y. Thank you for joining, Andrew Y.
What's up, Andrew? Man, Portland is in the house tonight. Got 3 people from Portland representing. I love it.
Let's see. She doesn't look a day over 20. She says cheers and thanks.
Oh, that's true. She looks great for 31 years old.
But you were going to say for her age, Kevin.
No, come on now. I'm not going to say that. No.
Chris, you know he was going to say it. I know he was going to say it. We know he was going to say it. Kevin's in trouble. Kevin's in trouble.
Oh, no. That's right, Alex. Miami represent. There you go, buddy.
Hey, I got these new blue screen glasses, guys, so I can look at this screen and it not bother me too much. So let's see how they look. See if I look educated.
Oh, no.
You just turn blind like me, and then you don't have to worry about it.
How do I look?
Well, I can see the blue screen like reflecting in your eyes.
Yeah?
Yes, I see blue.
As long as you can't see down here because I'm not wearing pants. So
yeah.
Can you see?
Wait,
can you see it? You can't see it, right? It's not like. No. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Good.
You look like you're out, like you could be in Dune.
Yeah. Do I look like one of those little? I look like Dobby, don't I, from Harry Potter now?
Yeah.
Kind of. Oh my God! I look like if Harry Potter had a baby with Dobby. I'm like, and then that baby grew up. That's me. I could be the love child of Harry Potter and Dobby.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah. So that's why okay, this makes sense. This makes sense now. This is
in
all
your mind.
making sense in my mind. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Birdie says, "Fuck Kevin in the doghouse."
You set me up, man. You set me up.
Yeah, you got to turn your head to the profile. Turn your head to a profile, Kevin. Profile your head. Seriously, so your nose matches with Rudolph's, and then you fade into the background.
We're still trying to do this.
I feel like you got to get out of your chair to do this, Kevin.
Yeah, I probably do.
Get up, and we'll just
my space here.
move this around.
Let's see. We got more messages. Kevin looks like an editor now, or he means Donald. Yeah, he's getting a little confused. I do look like an editor now, so Maria, I'm coming for your job.
Good luck.
I can edit clips of things, blah, 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 do.
That's not very easy to do that.
It's not at all, I know.
No, it is not.
Maria's here. She says, howdy, howdy. And Brody says, either that or a gremlin. That makes sense, too, yeah. Yeah, so Harry Potter made it with a gremlin, and I'm the result. That makes more sense, I think, than Dobby, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So I don't have to wear these, but I you know what, I'm going to wear them for a little bit.
Here's a question, and I guess we can ask this later, but if gremlins have kids, are they Mogwai or are they gremlins?
I think they're Mogwais.
No, because if it's like a wet birth, right? They got to come out of like a sack, right? Like a placenta-y.
Wet birth.
Don't they like get delivered out of a big juicy sack bowl?
Where did you
like onto a plate? Is that how babies are born? No.
Is it what?
Or do they not reproduce like that, and the reproduction is the multiplication of the gremlins?
Oh, Alex says they're eggs.
Okay.
That makes sense. They are eggs, aren't they?
Like xenomorphs?
Kind of. They're eggs, aren't they?
Not like those. Please, no. Ugh. Gross.
Brody just wants you to turn your head, Kevin. Can you just turn your head? For the love of God, turn your head. No, the other way. What's wrong with you? Profile. Kevin is the worst person to have do this, by the way. No, Kevin, you got to do this. You got to lean up and go like this. There. Now, keep doing that, Kevin. I'll direct you. Go up a little bit. Stop right there. Just a little bit down.
This is hilarious.
No, not yet. Go back up. Go profile your face. Profile now. Turn. Don't look at the screen. Go now. Back your head up, like your head back. Right there. Stop. Okay, go down again, just a little bit. No, up a little bit. Now back it up, just a little bit. Back. Okay, now forward just a little bit. Stop there. That's pretty good. Okay. All right, we'll allow that one. Yeah.
All right.
There you go, Brody. I'm sorry. We did the best we could. Kevin is not easy to direct, let me tell you. He's been in a few shorts of mine. Not an easy man to direct. Okay, so we got Kevin to get a red nose. So that's good. So I feel like we're already winning, everybody. I feel like we're winning. Brody says asexual gremlins are Alex says, if I ever get a chance to write a Gremlins comic, I'll push for them to hatch from eggs, LOL. What about the sexy gremlin and Gremlins 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. They are sacks, says Brody.
Oh.
And then Brody's very happy, says, yay, Kevin. So, Kevin, you got it. You did it, buddy.
I got it.
You did it. Everybody, let's toast to Kevin.
He is
for getting this.
redeemed.
Everybody
I
get
am
Kevin.
redeemed. Oh, my goodness.
Kevin's the reason why we're all drinking.
Thank you.
Well, hey, it could be worse, right?
That sounded wrong. You know what I meant. Yeah, it was a positive thing.
Kevin, look what you made us do.
I know. Look at me. Made you all become alcoholics over the holidays.
Kevin made me a raging alcoholic.
I feel like that's not
Festive.
impossible.
Brianne Young just popped in and said something that is not in English, so I don't know.
Oh,
Anybody know a Brianne Young?
no.
No. I knew a Brianne Old once.
How do we exit him out of here?
I don't know. I feel like he's running the thing. He can't get out.
Yeah, that's right. I'm running the program. You can't stop me. I have the master controls.
He admits to running the nut house.
I am going to rule the universe.
So you think.
I'm okay. Everybody, I'm all right. Everything's okay. Let's get started, right? Let's do this.
Sure.
Also, there will be prizes given out at the
Woo.
end. Am I right?
That's right. Ray, if you are on, I just ordered your Blu-ray today, and you're going to get it just in time for Christmas. So, buddy, it's coming to you. Honestly, I could have had it mailed to me, and then I could have just walked it down to your place. You live that close to me. But I thought that'd be weird, and you'd probably ask me to leave. So, I'm having it mailed directly to your place instead. So, I hope you enjoy. It is a surprise Blu-ray. And yes, those that stay till the end of the podcast tonight, we will have the Wheel of Holiday Fun. The festive Wheel of Holiday Fun will be up and running, courtesy of Kevin Mcallister down in the left corner there. And it will be a fun time. It'll be a fun evening. We're going to get moving, though. Let's start so we can all enjoy this holiday fun. Basically, how this is going to work, guys, everybody that's listening right now, is we're going to paint a scenario. We're going to give a location, and we're going to describe how these two characters meet up. And then we decide skill sets and levels, and then we battle. And everybody votes who they think wins. So we'll try to make it as quick as possible on these. I think we picked like 11 or 12 of these battles, and we can go through as many as we want through the night, but if it gets a little late and everybody wants to cut it early or something, we can always do that. Or if we're having fun and we're like 15 minutes over, that's fine too. It does not matter to me. I'm here for everybody else tonight. Not me. Maybe a little me. Just a little bit of me.
So selfless.
Everybody likes a little Dawn, right? A little Dawn. A little bit of Dawn. Little Dawn? No? Okay. Okay, fine.
Little dog.
Whatever. Hey, Ricky, thanks for joining, buddy. Good to see you. I mean, virtually anyway. So here we go. I'm going to bring up some photos. Chris and I are going to take this first one. I think we're going to talk about it real briefly. So give me one moment to pull that up. Okay. And we are going to go with... Since we talked about this in photo form, earlier, we are going to go with yeah, this is a good one. We're going to start out with the Gingerbread Man. So we got the little Gingerbread Man. Okay, so Gingerbread Man, and he is going to be where did we put him, Chris? We just put him out and about in the he was outside
in the woods.
In the woods. It was snowing. And he was walking along because he left the gingerbread house. And he was walking to the store because it's last minute before Christmas. And he wanted to make sure that all the kids got their gumdrop buttons and, you know, their legs are iced properly and stuff. So he was headed to the store to grab some provisions. And he tripped over something. He tripped over something, and this something made a muffled sound in the snow, and then raised its snowy-like head. And who should it be but Olaf from Frozen? And Olaf was a little upset because when the Gingerbread Man fell, he tripped over him and he fell. Olaf's carrot nose went someplace it should not have.
Uh-oh.
And hilarity kind of ensued, but also embarrassment. And Olaf and the Gingerbread Man did not enjoy their first encounter, so a fight begins. Now, skill set levels, Chris, what do you got?
Well, I mean, they're let's see, on the annoying voice level, they're both at a level 10, so they can both annoy each other with their voices. If we're going with Gingerbread Man from Shrek, that is.
I love the Gingerbread Man from Shrek. Hey, guys!
But he has a super annoying voice. So does Olaf. So yeah, so on an annoying voice, they're 10. They're so here's the thing. Gingerbread Man is food. So he's edible. And Olaf has a big old set of teeth there. So I'll say Olaf has the ability to eat, but he's snow, so I don't know. I say that Olaf has a very strong. He can be reanimated pretty easily through his queen just reanimating him. He melts many times and is reanimated. So he has that reanimation healing power there.
Right. Plus, we're going to give Olaf a +1 point on advantage here because he is in the snow and he's made of snow.
Yeah.
So he does
and
get a...
Gingerbread Man would definitely have a disadvantage just for the fact that, I mean, although, I mean, it's so, like, I don't know if gingerbread, how well, does gingerbread, like, freeze? Does it get really hard when it freezes, or...
Like any cookie, there is some less malleability when put out in the cold or frozen in a freezer. But we're going to say, for the sake of this battle, the Gingerbread Man has some magic. Like, there is a magic to the Gingerbread Man to animate him and make him alive. So that magic does keep him warm. So he's more malleable.
I was gonna say that, you know, if it makes him like harder, like more like cookie, then that could be an advantage. Like, because he has this harder body to like take down Olaf with.
I'm not saying he can't harden himself. I mean, obviously they got kids.
Man has Olaf's nose. Somewhere where the sun don't shine.
That's true. Okay. So we have Julio pops in. He says, "I'm here with Walter on my lap." Oh, that's adorable. And then Who's Your Yoder popped in and say, "Hey, it's your mom and dad on your sister's cell." Oh, okay. Hey, mom and dad. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad.
Hi, mom and dad.
And now, hey, say hi to my sister.
Hey, sister.
Hi, my sister.
Hi, mom and dad. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for joining. Hi, Walter. Hi, Julio. Hey, Julio, if you can, give Walter a few bounces on your knee. He likes to be totaled like that. He does. He really does. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, so Olaf and the Gingerbread Man, they fight. Okay? Olaf has a +1 advantage because of the snow. Gingerbread Man has some form of magical aura around him that gives him the ability of malleability. So he can either soften or harden himself. He can roll himself into a ball, or he can make his gingerbread hands razor sharp. So that gives him some upswing there. Olaf has the power of winter, so he can make himself larger. He can turn into a big giant Olaf and kind of try to crush him. Put snow arms on his little, stick arms and swing at him and things like that. He can make more of himself. He has the ability of replication. So we have some battle things here. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to put this in the hands of the audience, of you guys in the chat right now, in who you think should win this fight and why. If you just want to say who you think should win, that's fine. You can do that. But if you have a reason behind that, give us that reason. We are also going to cast our votes along with you guys this time because it's a very special holiday episode and we get to vote too, dang it. So we'll see who wins at the end of this fight. So let's go round 1, fight, 1 minute on the shot clock. Everybody that wants to vote, vote, and we will go from there. So I am going to start the clock. I think I can do the stopwatch here. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I can't. There it is. Okay, yeah, we're at about 40 seconds, so there we go. It's counting down, everybody. So far, so good. No interruptions. Everything's running smooth. This is great. Okay, so we've got some votes. All right, so let's have you keep track of the Gingerbread Man, Chris. And Sam, if you don't mind keeping track of Olaf's votes, that'd be great. Okay, so... Alex says, Gingerbread Man is the equivalent of a cookie golem, so you need a +1 magic item to hurt him. I think he's got the edge. So Alex is giving it to the Gingerbread Man.
I agree.
Enrique is giving it to the Gingerbread Man. Now, my sister says Olaf. Stephanie, does Mom and Dad say Olaf as well, or just you? Alex says, of course, Gingerbread Man. He already voted. Gabe, thanks for joining, Gabe. Gabe says Gingerbread Man. Ray says Olaf. Ray, I don't know if you were on earlier when I mentioned, but I ordered your Blu-ray. Like I told everybody, I could have just walked it over. But I figured I would just have it delivered to you because that might be weird and you probably would tell me to leave. So it's ordered. It's coming your way. It's a very special surprise. So it should arrive in time for Christmas. So enjoy and Merry Christmas, sir. And thank you again for being a part of this. Okay, so Ricky says Olaf as well. Austin says Gingerbread Man. Thank you for joining, Austin. Okay, so Mom says Olaf. Dad says Olaf. Brody says Gingerbread Man for Marique and I, because if Gingerbread Man can be warm, he could melt Olaf potentially. So we have 2 more Gingerbread Men. Evan's saying Olaf. And Ricky voted Olaf. And Maria agrees with Alex. She says Gingerbread Man.
Maria!
And Bonnie says Gingy. So she's all for the Gingerbread Man as well. So where are we with the votes? Where are we with the votes, guys?
We're at 9 for Gingerbread Man.
Got 5 for Olaf.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on. He likes warm hugs.
Okay.
Can we vote now?
Who can kick whose ass? Yes, Jim. That's the case, basically. We painted the scenario. We said where they were. We gave Olaf a +1 because it was his location. It was out in the snow. But it looks like the Gingerbread Man's going to take this. Unless a couple other people want to throw in their votes. So,
well, we got an Olaf from Jim, and there's the 4 of us, so it might
that's true.
Even up.
Oh,
that's okay, Bonnie. Okay, so who's voting for who? What's the vote? It's 5-9 right now.
6-9.
6-9.
6-9. Okay, so Olaf is at a disadvantage right now. Roxanne Ramsey just popped in and mentioned nonsense, so it looks like we've got some spammers, so that's cool. We're popular enough we got some spammers now. I'm happy about that. Yeah. Okay.
We made it.
So, let's do this. Sammy, since you're our guest, where are you going, Olaf or Gingy?
I'm going for Olaf. I mean, I have nothing against Gingy, but like Olaf, he's adorable, and yes, he was created from Elsa's magic, so he's got that going for him. I mean, I don't know how strong the magic is that has Gingy animated, but also I don't know if the snow or ice would melt at all, but it could potentially make Gingy a little more soggy. So don't know if that might help at all. I don't know. It is water. It is snow. So.
All right, Alex, I'm pinning your message right by Sammy.
Oh, God. What did it say?
It says she's drunk. Her vote doesn't count.
Excuse me, sir.
Wow. Wow.
That's great. That's great.
This is my first drink of the day,
Okay.
and it's mostly water.
So Sammy's voting Olaf, so that is now
Olaf.
7-9.
7!
But then Jarrett
Chris.
also popped in the chat and voted for Olaf, so that's 8-9. Chris,
So-
what's your vote?
All right, so here's the deal. Gingerbread Man got eaten and tricked by a fox. For that matter, I gotta go with Olaf because, I mean, like, got tricked by a fox.
Yep.
So I gotta go Olaf too.
All right. We're tied now.
All right, we are tied. Kevin, what do you vote?
Bring it
I'm
on.
breaking the tie. I love the evil cookie guy. I'm going with the gingerbread man. That's my boy. I like that guy.
Going to Gingerbread Man. Okay. Boy, it's a tough one then because it looks like I make the decision, or did Kevin? So Kevin has it as Ginger, so Ginger's +1, and so it's 10-9 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I vote for Olaf, it's a tie, and if I
Mm-hmm.
vote for Gingerbread Man, he wins.
Unless someone pops in and breaks the tie. If you vote for Olaf and someone else
Come on,
pops in.
guys. Come on.
You know what? I do. I'm gonna be honest. I hate Frozen, but
Wow.
okay, this is weird, but I love the little 15-minute Olaf Christmas special that everyone hated so much they took it off the front of a movie. Then when it came out, people didn't like it, so they took it off of the film. I can't remember what film that was, but they took it off. I thought it was great. And that is the only Frozen film as far as I'm concerned. I enjoyed it so much. I just watch that now around Christmas time because I like it. I think it's really cute. But I also love Shrek, and I love that the Gingerbread Man is so sassy. So I love Olaf's naivety. Naivety? What-
Naivete?
Whatever your... He's naive. I love his innocence. I love the fact that he could fall down, catch on fire, and somehow find a way to survive. But I also love the Gingerbread Man. So it's going to come down to the individuals. I think that the Gingerbread Man will find a way to win. So I'm going to give it to the Gingerbread Man.
I can't believe it. Wow. You actually voted with me on this one.
I did. I voted with Kevin on this one. I sided with Kevin.
Oh
I'm sorry,
my
everybody.
God.
So...
I would say I'm disappointed, but I expect this from you.
And Jim says naivety. 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 Yes. Bonnie says, but if he's a cookie golem, it's immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. D&D stuff. Sorry, Stephanie. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I know everybody's disappointed in me. But I'm going to go with the Gingerbread Man, and it looks like, for time's sake, Gingerbread Man is taking it. And he's not moving on, guys. He doesn't go on to another round. He just wins, period. And goes about on his way back to the store to get icing and more gumdrop buttons for his kids and wife. So, congratulations to the Gingerbread Man. Olaf,
Sure.
not going to have a very Merry Christmas now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so, I'm sure at this point, Kevin and Sammy, you guys are chomping at the bit to do one of these, I would imagine. Am I right?
I don't know.
Depends on the matchup.
Well, you guys were sent the matchups in advance, so you go ahead and pick, and I'll pull up the pictures accordingly.
Oh, God.
All right, let's see here.
Correct.
How about
Oh, my sister grounded me. Great. Or my mom did.
Yeah.
Man.
how about this one, Sammy? Or how about
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer versus Zero?
Okay.
Okay, I'm bringing up a picture of Zero right now. Shrinking that down just a little bit to fit it on the screen. And he's going up against Rudolph. And I'm going to shrink that down just a little bit too. So there we go. We got Rudolph versus Zero. Okay, go ahead and paint the scenario, guys. And if you want Chris and I to chime in, we will do so.
Of course. Rudolph is a very adorable reindeer, very unique, has a shiny red nose, has magical powers. He becomes the leader of Santa's reindeers, and I feel that he would be very difficult to take on. I think Zero will be great competition, but in my personal opinion, I got to give it to my man Rudolph. What about you, Sammy? How do you see this going?
I mean, I feel like Zero is a ghost.
True.
So it would be extremely hard to take him on. I feel like maybe in scenario-wise, I mean, maybe Zero decided to take a trip into Christmas Town and, sees a red light, and it is Rudolph. But, Rudolph at this point, kind of full of himself, thinks, I'm the only one who can have a red nose around here. I am the leader of this pack. And decides to challenge the poor, but underestimated Zero, who is kind of already dead, so I feel like he would take it, because how can you...
But if the fight's in the North Pole, I think that gives Rudolph an advantage. He has access to Santa's, powers, Santa's, home turf, all the magic that's there in the North Pole. I figured that would help him at least to be able to somehow take out this nasty ghost.
Okay, so the way Chris and I...
I don't know.
How dare you? How dare you?
Okay, so...
Donald, yeah.
Okay, Chris and I discussed this, and we had seen it kind of like Rudolph popped out. He found a tree, and he popped out, and he was in the middle of a bunch of trees with different pictures of holidays, and Zero popped out of the Halloween time one, the pumpkin.
Oh,
and so they were kind of even. Kevin, are you there?
I like that.
Kevin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, I'm just making sure because it's raining here now, and I just want to make sure that the connection's doing well. Sammy's a little bit wavy at times, so just making sure.
That is now 2 songs that I could have made jokes about. Let's see how many more I can do without actually going through with it. First we had The Fleece, then we have It's Raining Men. Let's see what number 3 could be.
Okay, so we saw as they met in the middle of this forest then. So they were kind of on equal terms as far as their location. There was no unevenness. Yeah. And if you are talking, you are talking Rudolph and you are talking Zero. I felt like in Nightmare Before Christmas, we didn't really get much of a chance to see Zero's power set. But we know Rudolph's very well. And we know Rudolph will fight. He's a scrapper. He's probably the hardest fighting character in that whole entire film, next to the dentist elf, which was named Hermie.
I mean, it was a little stubby to me, but...
Right. So if you're talking Alex is stating in the chat that he thinks basically Zero is the undead version of Rudolph, therefore he would take Rudolph. But I feel like if that's the case, then he got really dumb. Because Zero just seems very pet-like and very, unintelligent. He doesn't seem very intelligent to me. I
think Zero's a dog, so it's not a reindeer.
Dogs are highly intelligent, sir.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, he is a pet. He's not a reindeer. He is a dog. I mean,
hey, Sean, thanks for joining.
He's not a pet reindeer. I mean, he is a dog. And I think and that same thing, and your same thing is he is kind of, like you said, more pet-like, but dogs can be vicious too.
All right, so we've got some stuff here. Maria says, I'm with Sammy. Zero would have the edge because he's incorporeal. It's not like you can stab him or hit him easily.
Good points.
I think you could scare him off, though, because he's not very intelligent. I think this would be a very quick fight. I think
That
Rudolph.
red nose, that shiny red nose.
Well,
might
they both have red noses, so I don't know how that would scare off Zero.
No, I don't think it
Yeah.
would. But what I'm saying is I think that Rudolph would be a little frightened at first, but Rudolph has the ability to work through his fear. We've seen it. We know that. We don't know that with Zero.
So
Zero's
you're
from Halloween
saying
Town.
that Rudolph would scare off Zero, who's from Halloween Town?
Halloween
The
Town.
town scares?
Yes,
He
I
lives
think
with
so.
vampires.
Because Rudolph Zero has not been outside of his realm. And if they're meeting in the forest and the trees and stuff, and then suddenly he gets put into this circle of trees and there's a character from another complete town there, I think it's going to frighten the shit out of Zero.
But do people in Halloween Town get scared, though?
I wouldn't classify Zero as a person from Halloween Town. He is a pet.
Well,
from
would
Halloween.
creatures from Halloween Town
This
get
is
scared?
Halloween Town.
Chris, get a dog. Wear a mask every day. I'll show up with a different mask and see if I scare him. I guarantee you I do.
I'd love to see that because you see your face get ripped off by the dog.
I'll probably take my mask off and then the dog will get scared. That's probably how that'll work.
He said it, folks, not me.
But well, I just beat you to it. I knew you were going to get there eventually. All right, so we have some votes. So Kevin, why don't you love Rudolph, you do Rudolph, and Sammy, you do Zero because you love Zero, obviously.
Yes, I do.
And we've already got votes on these and people commenting and stuff. This is great, guys. We're going to go through all of these. We just wanted to state our facts and stuff. Alex says he's the undead version of Rudolph. Zero instant win. Let's see. Andrew Y., you're a little bit late on that vote, so we'll see what your new vote is. Janet says Zero's going to win, so she's a vote for Zero. Jarrett says Rudolph, he's cute. Alex says Sammy is sobered up. She's come to her senses. She's right. Enrique says Zero. Bonnie says Zero takes it. My mom says Rudolph. My dad says Rudolph. And my sister says Rudolph. Maria says Zero. Ricky says Zero. Evan says Zero. Jim makes a good comment. He says, but if Zero is incorporeal, what can he do? Let's see. Alex says be immune to damage, and Jim says true enough. So we don't know where Jim sets on this yet. Austin says Zero. Alex says stupid people are great fighters.
They're scrappy.
Ray says Zero. Alex says stupidity is an edge in some fights. Brody says Zero for Marika and I, so that's 2 more votes for Zero.
Got it.
Maria says ghosts don't get scared that easily. Sean says Zero actually has an orange nose. Sean says, but Zero can't be killed. Maria says, nah, Donald, Rudolph is going to poop himself when he sees a ghost dog.
Yeah.
Gabe says Zero can't be hurt, so Gabe is voting for Zero, and it sounds like Zero's kind of running away with this. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zero has wiped the floor with
So
Rudolph.
even with Kevin and I siding again on the same side with Rudolph, it's going for Zero. So Rudolph gets scared shitless, shits himself, and instantly dies.
Mr. Hanky shows up and
Rudolph.
goes through his mouth. And that's his thing.
And Zero wins the day. He
Yay.
barks around a bit, looks at Rudolph, and says in his head, huh, I don't think he looks like me. And then jumps back into the Halloween tree and enjoys his life of ignorant bliss.
Enjoys his afterlife.
Yes. So there we go. Zero has
Get out.
taken it.
You know what would have been another nice, interesting matchup against Zero would have been Max from Grinch.
Oh.
Zero versus Max.
That's also true. That could have been, yeah, that definitely could have been. Yes, Sean, we are voting. It's not a, this is a SmackDown. It's not a, it's a little different. We're doing it, not tournament style. We're doing it just battle for person versus person. The Gingerbread Man already beat the snot out of Olaf and then went on about his way. Olaf's gone, licking his wounds. Gingerbread Man is going to the store and living his happy life. So that's how this is working. We're going to go through another one here. Okay, Chris, you want to pick this one and you and I will take it?
Sure, let's do the one we were talking about the other day with Gizmo.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, here we go. The Mogwai.
All right, we've got Gizmo, and this is an interesting one. Guys, this is going to take place in a high-rise building, so guess who he's fighting? Just guess.
Oh,
Ready?
God.
All right, in 5 seconds, Kevin, I want you to reveal who he's fighting. I'm going to post a picture in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yippee-ki-yay, it's John McClane from Die Hard.
You got it, buddy.
This seems like a very, very unusual matchup, doesn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Why would Gizmo want to fight John McClane?
I'll tell you.
It's so cute.
You know, Jim, just wait for it, Jim. It'll come. Don't worry. We've got that covered, buddy. Jim said Hans Gruber. He's close. John McClane is fighting Gizmo, not Gizmo Duck. Gizmo. Now, they're both in here. It's a hostage situation. They don't know if they're both the hero of the day or if either one of them is the ultimate villain. They've only spoke to people on the phone or on the walkie-talkie. So at this point, McClane doesn't know if Gizmo is Hans Gruber or not. And Gizmo doesn't know if John McClane is an enemy or a good guy. He doesn't know. So it's going to be one of those classic cases of two heroes meeting and mistaking each other for a villain and fighting.
And then having the same name for their mothers.
Same what?
Same name for their mothers, and then they make up and they're friends suddenly.
Is it Martha?
God.
Is it Martha? Gizmo's
Yes,
mom is Martha?
Yes.
Martha.
Martha? Okay. So we had it to where the situation is there's plenty of broken glass. There's a lot of damage. John McClane's a little bloodied. Gizmo is full on Rambo'd. He's got his match lit. He's got more matches in his back thing. He's got his little paper clip with the rubber band and stuff. And he is up in the air ducts ready. And he sees John McClane slowly making his way across this broken glass in this high rise. And he fires the first shot.
Oh, no.
He fires that flame shot, comes down, hits John McClane, catches his shirt on fire because John has some form of oil from some grease.
Fire, you said?
Yes, fire.
What happens with fire in a high-rise building?
I don't know what happens.
The sprinklers go off.
Uh-oh.
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 Oh,
You know
shit.
what happens then? You know what happens then?
Gizmo is no longer Gizmo,
Oh,
but
no.
Gizman.
He starts doing that little booty shake.
Yep.
Little things pop out
And-
of them. And,
Na 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 na
Got a problem.
na 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 na
Uh-oh.
na 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 na
I mean,
na.
then one of his advantages goes because the cuteness is gone.
And now we have the bad gremlins joining
Stripe.
to align themselves to defeat John McClane, who they feel is a bigger threat. And if he's a bigger threat, how can they be the threat? So I would know this personally because right now I just found out that my mother was a gremlin and my dad was Harry Potter. So
Oh, wow.
I didn't know this before, so I have a personal connection to Gizmo and all the gremlins. So personally, I don't think John McClane stands a chance
No,
when it
not
comes
even.
to this.
Nope.
So let's see what you guys say in the chat. This was a pretty quick one because of the fire and the water situation. We found a way to create that instant kind of karma when it comes to, oops, you know.
Donald, somebody mentioned that it's a bunch of Mogwais running around, that it isn't gremlins. However, if you got a bunch of Mogwais running around an office building, eventually they're going to find the break room and they're going to eat.
True.
So they will be gremlins. So
Yep. You got it. It's true. And you are right. It would be more Mogwais, but it will not be nice Mogwais if you remember. They're not nice. And they are, the office space, you leave candy bars lying around, food and things like that. Very easy for them to turn. And you know that they want to. They do it on purpose. They do it. We've seen this. So yeah, they're going to instantly find a way to become gremlins, and then they're going to go
Plus,
after.
at this point, it's already after midnight.
I mean, John McClane,
Anyway. It's already after midnight.
right? And at this point, John McClane's already he's stepping on glass. and he's kicking little gremlins out of his way. Like, what the shit are these little things, you know? And he's like kicking them out of the way. Like some of them are trying to bite him. He starts shooting at them and stuff, and he's trying his best, and he's doing a good job. You know, he's taking down quite a few of these gremlins as far as like incapacitating him. He doesn't feel he needs to kill. He's just trying to eliminate these cute little furry nasty things out of his way anyway, so he can get out of the building. But then the gremlins come. They obviously look terrible. They are terrible. The fight is on. Let's hear it. Anybody voting at this point, and with the four of us here, Sammy Claus, Chris Kringle, Kevin McAllister, and myself, Donner, how are we voting here on this?
I'm going Gizmo.
I'm going Gizmo all the way.
I would love to vote John McClane. I mean, but in terms of depending on the numbers of the gremlins, I don't know. I believe he's tough. He's proven he's tough. He can survive anything. He's willing to have himself hurt. He's willing to blow stuff up and, you know, destroy things. So I wouldn't rule him out. But at the same time, if the numbers for gremlins, I mean, I may have to go with the gremlins, and I hate that because I want John McClane to be victorious.
Right. But totally understand. It's an understandable thing to be frustrated. I like John McClane a lot. Ordinarily, in most fighting scenarios, I'd want him to win. But I look at the odds of his survival here.
Enough bullets.
We do see John McClane survive a lot of situations. He's very resourceful. I will give him that. And I feel like he will put up a hell of a fight. And he will take care of business when it comes to a lot of these gremlins and Mogwai. But I think ultimately he is going to lose. Like, it's just him alone. So he is going to get overtaken. So let's see what the other people think. So it sounds like we're all aligned here. So we've got 4 votes for Gizmo and friends. Let's see. And we're going to start reading a lot here about this. Let's see. Gizmo says Alex instantly. Ray says Gizmo. So Chris, you do Gizmo. Kevin, you do John McClane.
I won't have much work to do, but okay.
Maria already? This hinges on whether Gizmo gets wet. Gabe says, I'm going to say something that'll get my ass kicked, but does Die Hard count? LOL.
I agree.
Gabe, yes. I officially say it does count. David Addison can't beat Gizmo. Says Alex. Austin says Gizmo. Alex says Gizmo is immune to bullets. Sean says, oh, Martha Mogwai. Brody says, but tell me, is there water? LOL. Does John feed him after midnight? Brody, all that stuff does happen. Who's Your Yoder says Gizmo times 3. So that's Mom, Dad, and Stephanie. Jim says Gizmo is going to get wet. The flame will set off those sprinklers. Boom. Yes. Jim got it right away. Alex says Chris is right. Fight's over. But then isn't a gremlin? Yes. Sean says that. Andrew is voting for 0. Andrew, I feel like you're way behind. So I think that you should log off of YouTube Live and then log back on and rejoin us to refresh. And I think you'll find you're going to be voting in the right brackets here. Alex is laughing. Sean says water causing them to multiply eating after midnight is what changes, and we know that. Bonnie says it's Gizmo. Even without multiplying, he's pretty crafty and feisty on his own. Jim says, but McClane still takes it. The gremlins got beat up pretty bad by what's-his-face's mom. So Jim's voting for John McClane. So we got 1 vote for John.
Okay.
Sean says, but they won't have time to turn into gremlins from the putrid state. You don't know how long they're in this building, Sean.
I mean, John McClane does take his time.
He did. Hakeem says, hey, gang, just got home from work, but better late than never. Yes, Hakeem, thank you for joining. Janet says Gizmo and the gremlins will tear John apart. Brenda Norton says nonsense. Spam again. Ricky says, I'm no longer voting for Evan because he left, but I will go with Gizmo and the gremlins. Maria says Gizmo. Ray says Gizmo. Gabe says Gizmo. Brody says Gizmo for Marik and for himself. Hakeem says Mogwai are actually mythical creatures from China, and I vote for those fuzzy monsters to win. And Jim says 0 kills everyone. So, it looks like John McClane's not going to stand a chance. We're just going to get this.
Maybe a record win of a 19.
I know.
Wow.
Did you even include our votes too?
Yeah, I was including ours 19-1.
Holy cow.
Man, that's a massacre.
Yeah, Gizmo takes it. All right, Kevin, Sammy,
Oh, fudge.
you guys want to take another one? Take a crack?
Yeah, let's go. I like this, Sammy. Frosty versus the Abominable Snowman.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
So we got Frosty the Snowman, where he keeps going, "Hello, my butt is ticklish," right? Every time he gets the hat put on him or something. Isn't that how it goes?
I mean, the hat is what brings him to life generally, but I would believe that, I mean, he's probably a bit more intelligent, maybe not than Abominable, but Abominable could just with the hat and then
tear it apart.
Is he though? Every time he comes to life, he goes, "Happy birthday."
That's true. It's not his butt is ticklish. It's happy birthday. I forgot. I knew I'd get those confused.
It's someone's birthday when he comes to life.
I always get those confused.
Like, ever said that?
What?
Nothing.
What was that, Sammy?
Nothing. I thought I heard some nonsense.
Well, because anything that comes out of his mouth has sense and not.
Wow, guys. That's hurtful. I don't think I heard you guys right. Let me clean out one of my ears.
Ooh.
You're gonna need some king size Q-tips for that.
Wrong finger.
Oh, is it?
No, I think Abominable could easily just like fling an arm and knock the hat off or something, and Frosty would basically be done. So I mean,
take the hat, just tear up the hat.
However, Frosty has Santa as a friend, and Santa is super powerful and magical. That's true.
So you think he'd be able to call Santa in to give him an assist when he's getting whooped by the snowman?
He's already been basically, dethroned, dehatted, whichever. I mean, would Santa know? Would he have like a spidey sense that, Frosty's in trouble? Or would he just not really
care? He really care.
I mean, it depends. Where are they doing this fight at?
We're gonna the fight will be in the Himalayas, right, where the Abominable Snowman would usually hang out, or the Yeti, as they're usually called.
How did Frosty end up there?
Frosty, he's taking a little trip with what's that little girl's name? I forgot from the special.
Wendy.
He's taking Wendy on a trip around the world. He's like, "Hey, Wendy, let's just explore the world." And then they happen to hit the Himalayas and they see the Abominable Snowman. He's like, "Oh, look at that!"
Oh shit! So you're saying Frosty has a -1. So basically, the Abominable has a +1 advantage because Frosty has to take care of a little girl now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You've already put him at a disadvantage.
Yeah, girls are scrappy though, so like she can be on.
Oh, so you're saying Frosty's at a +1 advantage?
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
He has someone to flank. Flank with, so that's advantage.
Oh boy, you can tell you're a D&D nerd. Flanking.
Nerd.
The Santa isn't really Frosty's friend, says Alex. When the going gets tough, Santa doesn't have his back. Abominable Snowman all the way.
Heck yes.
Janet says Frosty outsmarts the Yeti. Man, I don't know. I think it's a tough one. I don't think Frosty's incredibly intelligent, but I don't think he's an idiot either. And I do think that Wendy's pretty smart and a savvy little girl. So I would give her. I mean, if we're talking like,
Donald.
if this was a little Sammy, I would say you would definitely have like a -5 disadvantage because that kid would just be falling over because of the giant size of her head and the smallness of her body. And
my head was not large.
You know what?
I've seen your baby picture.
Alex's comment cracked me up. He said the Abominable would eat Wendy and Frosty would panic.
Yes. Yes.
Like I get that, but I mean I think Wendy's scrappy enough. She would just kick him in the nards, and that would be the end of it.
Yeah, Andrew, your video was lagging for like 10 minutes. You were way behind, buddy. So.
Wait a minute. The Abominable Snowman has nards?
I mean, he's a male. I mean, he's a male mammal, so yeah.
Yeah, but a child really.
Everybody, we've got an alert. We've got an alert. No. We've got a Dino alert, guys. Dino's in the house. He says, Frosty, baby. Thanks for joining, Dino.
Come here.
And Alex says I'm right, so there we go.
Oh,
Okay, so do we want to count these votes up and then we'll vote, guys?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so Mom says Frosty. Chris, you're going to take care of Frosty. Mom says Frosty. Dad says Frosty. Stephanie says Frosty. Sammy, let's have you take care of the Yeti. Abominable, sorry. Let's see. Ricky says Yeti. So, Abominable. Alex says Santa isn't really Frosty's friend, so he's voting for Abominable, I believe. Janet says Frosty outsmarts the Yeti. Brody says Frosty for him, Marique, and Yeti for himself.
Okay.
Bonnie says Abominable. Andrew hasn't voted yet. Sean says the Bumble, so the Abominable Snowman. Austin says Abominable Snowman. Dino says Frosty. Maria says, what magic tricks can Frosty do? I don't know. Besides disappearing in winter and reappearing, I don't know if he has too many. Maybe making snowballs? I don't know. Andrew says Abominable.
Well, his hat's magic. What else? His hat might do other stuff. We don't know.
Well, it was the wizard. It was the magician's hat, technically. So
keep him alive.
Hakeem says, I vote for the Snow Yeti because he is a more stable entity with enough fur and warm blood to melt frost with a bear hug.
That's true.
Alex says he doesn't have nards. We've got another spam. Boy, guys, we get hit for spam. I keep banning these people. It's great.
Fun.
Catherine, you're banned. Sorry. Boom. Banned. Just like that. I got the ban button ready. Ban. Alex says they froze off. Maria's voting for the Bumble, and Gabe's voting for the Abominable. So, what's the score here, guys?
I got 7 for Frosty.
I got 10 for the Bumble.
Okay, so what are we voting, guys? This might be more even than we think.
Abominable!
Sammy's voting Abominable, so that goes to 11 for the Abominable?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, who are you voting for?
I gotta go with Frosty because he has the advantage of having a partner. And I really do think little girls are very scrappy when it comes to fights, especially they don't fight clean, they fight dirty. So I gotta give it to Frosty. It's a slight edge, I think.
Okay, and Kevin?
I agree with Alex. The Abominable Snowman will eat Wendy, and I think Frosty will freak out.
Yeah.
Okay. As Jim says, the Abominable Snowman, as I used to call him. Jim, you can ask Maria, but I may or may not have just recently called him the Abominable Snowman. So, yeah. Hakeem says, I would also like to respectfully bear hug Sammy Claus, but only to melt her heart. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Let's see. Chris is crazy. Don't listen to him, says Alex. Okay, so where are we at on these votes? Kevin cast his vote. Chris and Sammy, where are we at?
Should be like 12.
12 for Bumble.
8 for Frosty.
Okay. Sean, it's whichever you feel. Wendy doesn't necessarily have to be there, but Kevin and Sammy painted her in the picture, so it looks like she's in.
Quite literally is in the picture.
Right. Which Kevin downloaded, so there's a bit of a bias there. Okay, so I'm going to be a realist here. I'm going to go with the Abominable Snowman as well. Yeah. I think he's a pretty tough cookie, and I think he would definitely kick the shit out of Frosty and probably
Little teeth.
Knock that girl into the ice, and she would freeze to death, and that would be it.
Yep.
So it sounds like the Abominable Snowman won this one. So he moves on. Well, moves on to kill more people or do whatever. And Frosty gets spattered about in the wind, and Wendy sinks slowly to the bottom of the ice in the water and freezes into a cube.
And out of sorrow for her passing.
Yeah. Yep. Alex states, he says Frosty doesn't know anything about violence. Abominable has murder on a daily basis to simply survive.
That's
true. These are facts.
It's so true. It's so true.
It's not post Herbie dentistry, by the way. It is. It's pre Herbie dentistry.
Hey, you know, every murderer's got to start somewhere, guys.
Speaking
Gotta start somewhere.
Speaking of Herbie dentistry, Chris, should we?
Go for it.
Do it.
All right, let me pull up. Well, it's not really Herbie. It's Hermie, but you're close.
Yeah.
We have Hermie the elf, the dentist wannabe elf, and he is going up against another relatively maybe well-known elf. What was his name, Chris?
Buddy.
Buddy.
Yes, Buddy the elf. Buddy the elf versus Hermie the elf. We have an aspiring dentist versus a moron.
An aspiring elf.
Now, actually, we have an aspiring dentist versus an aspiring mechanic, so he's not a moron. I'm just kidding. He is just seems simple because he's.
Buddy's not a moron. He just.
He's
he
naive.
He's naive. He was raised with the elves at the North Pole, believing he was an elf.
Right.
Even though he was like gigantic.
Other than the fact that he clearly is not an elf.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty normal as an elf.
So
yeah.
It's only in the real world that he's weird.
Guys, they meet at the North Pole. It's very simple. They're both at the North Pole, and they're like, "Wait, are you here? Are you here for Santa?" And then Buddy's like, "Yeah, I'm here for Santa because Santa's the best, and I'm his #1 elf." And Hermie's like, "Oh no. I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. I'm his #1 elf, and I know him personally." And Buddy's like, "No, you don't." And Hermie's like, "Yes, I do." And Buddy's like, "No, you don't." And about the 15th one of those, Hermie slaps Buddy across the face, and it starts. Here comes the battle.
All right, so let's talk about their powers.
Yes.
Do they have powers? I think Hermie has powers because he's an actual elf.
He has elf powers. What are elf powers?
Well, I mean, they live a long time.
True. Hey, Kim's on. Kimberly, thank you for joining, Kim.
But I mean, more important than powers is, I think, I think Hermie he's like a whole onslaught of like dental tools that could kill anybody.
Totally agree.
Access to the dental tools.
And he carries them with him at all times, by the way, if you noticed. He always has them.
True.
Buddy doesn't carry his mechanical gear because it's on Santa's sleigh. It's on the sleigh to take care of the sleigh. Why would he just have it with him? That makes no sense. So Buddy doesn't have any tools. Hermie has all his dentistry equipment. So Hermie is already equipped. He's at a +1 advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
Too.
Yeah.
The dental, the knowledge, and I mean, Buddy's more likely to have like a bottle of chocolate syrup with him or something.
Right.
I think the advantage that Buddy has is like 3 times the size of Hermie.
Right. Yes, he could kick the shit out of him in a lot of ways if he wanted to. But as we saw, Buddy the elf is not exactly great with little people. He can get his ass kicked pretty quickly with little people. Just saying.
Well, they are short. They are short and fast and scrappy.
We all saw this. So, again, we might have to give another +1 to Hermie the elf. So I think Buddy is at a -2 advantage, a disadvantage technically for Buddy. So let's go around and see what we think. I'm going to read some votes here, and then we'll vote, and we'll go from there. So, Kevin, let's have you do Hermie, and Chris, you're Buddy the elf, okay? Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Mom says Buddy. Dad says Buddy. Stephanie says Buddy. Alex says dentists are very dangerous. He's correct. Alex is going with Hermie. Maria says this fight depends on how much sugar fuel you've given Buddy. That's a good point, Maria. Kim says Buddy would crush the other one with a hug. So Kim is going Buddy. Ricky is going Buddy. Enrique is going Buddy. Alex is saying Buddy is way bigger. Alex says elves are infravision. Dino says, wait a minute, I was raised by the North Pole, and I've been into North Pole, and I haven't seen those damn elves. Alex says, elves also get +1 with short swords, long swords, and bows. Jim says, he can make Buddy a toy, distract him with the delight, then the dentist goes to town. Oh, Jim. Wow. That's deliciously evil, sir.
Not wrong.
I like that. I'm in on that one. Austin says, the Herms. Hakeem says, elves have a multitude of powers. I vote for the real elf. So he's voting for Hermie. Gabe says, I vote for Hermie the elf. Maria's voting for Hermie. Andrew Y is voting for Hermie. Janet says Hermie. Alex says the true elf takes it. He's voting for Hermie. Brody says Hermie for Marique and himself. It's 2 more votes. And Hakeem says elves have powers similar to Green Lantern. They can make energy constructs. So where are we at with Hermie and Buddy?
Got 7 for Buddy.
I have 11 votes for Hermie.
Okay. Here we go, guys. Let's go to town. Sammy, what do you think?
I would vote for Hermie. I mean, Buddy is the things Buddy would have going for him are size, and then also his just like optimistic, happy personality, which would probably make it hard for him to give up. But at the same time, Hermie, actual elf, has more likely to have actual magical abilities and things, and also dentistry and dental tools, and could get the jump on Buddy because Buddy is naive. Buddy is more on the innocent side. Hermie could like creep up behind him, like distract him with like some of that weird, gross, sugary spaghetti crap, and then stab, you know?
True.
So, I love Buddy, but I give it to Hermie.
Okay. Okay, fair. And so Sammy's giving it to Hermie. Chris, what do you think?
I too got to go with Hermie because, like, it's literally comes down to these tools. I mean, dentists are terrifying. And there's a whole group of people who can't watch The Little Shop of Horrors just because of the dentist. So, like, the dentist tools, I mean, they can, any one of them can take out somebody. You add all of them together in the arsenal. Oh my God, he's super dangerous. He's probably one of the most dangerous people in her whole list tonight with all those tools. So it's got to go for me.
It's a good choice. Kevin.
I am going with the oral surgeon elf.
When in doubt, always know that Kevin's going to go with oral.
Wow.
I knew I was going to go there.
I knew you'd say something like that.
Sorry.
I realize what I agreed to now.
I'm sorry. I tried. You saw me shaking. I was trying to resist. I was shaking. All right, I'm going with Hermie as well. Jeez, Hermie just totally annihilated Buddy. This did not go the way I thought, by the way. I thought it was going to be a popularity contest. But our audience is taking a very high-leveled thought process with this. They're really thinking about this, which I appreciate. Like, it's not just about popularity on this. It's about who can do what with what skill, and I like that. Hermie takes it, man. Hermie wins. Buddy just gets the shit kicked out of him. He's crying, and Hermie's like, oh, it's okay. And then Buddy goes to smile, and he's missing like half his teeth.
Like, Buddy, you got some cavities from all that sugar.
And that's how that ends. Oh, Claire gets the ban button. Bye, Claire.
You can even be tricked into the battle just by like, hey, buddy, that's not fine. Here, I'm a doctor. I'll give you a free checkup.
Yep. And Maria says, and Buddy has a buttload of cavities, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's very true. Oh, Leslie, I'm so sorry. Bye. Banned. This is great. I'm having more fun banning people than I am everything else. I've never had this. Like, we just get shit ton of spammers. It's awesome.
This is fun for you.
Yeah, this is actually fun for me. You guys, you shouldn't do this because this is actually fun for me. I thrive on this.
It's just making him enjoy this more.
Right. Okay, Kevin, Sammy, you're around.
All right. Sammy, are you ready for this? I'm going to go with my namesake, Kevin Mcallister versus Ralphie.
Yikes.
Ooh, wait. So Kevin from Mcallister from Home Alone, and we're going with Ralphie from Christmas Story. Ooh, that little snotty little shit.
Yep.
All right, guys, paint
Which
the
one?
scenario.
All right, let me try this. Follow me on this one, Sammy.
Yep.
Follow him, Sammy.
Kevin and Ralphie, they're with their parents. They separate for a bit to walk around the mall, right? And they go and they see this really cool BB gun.
Oh dear.
There's only one left for sale, and they have the ability. Both their parents told them, hey, you can go and find what you want, and we'll pay for it. So they go, they find it. It's the only one left, and of course, that's where the conflict begins. Like, it's mine. No, I want it first. I need it for my Christmas gift or whatever, and chaos ensues. These two little kids just scrap over this BB gun. They want it for Christmas.
Okay, so I see it as with Ralphie, one of the one things he had going for him, if it was the original story, is that he would already have the BB gun. If he doesn't already have the BB gun, and Kevin has this ability to create these traps and other things, he could totally trick Ralphie, mess him up a little, grab the BB gun. I mean, but then there was that point where Ralphie was just like, started just kind of like blacked out and started punching that other kid in like a blind rage. But I honestly, like, with craftiness and intelligence wise, I would give it to Kevin, because I feel like Kevin could outthink Ralphie. Ralphie's got just like that, but other than that, and the fact that he doesn't have the BB gun yet, I feel like, what has he got?
And plus, remember, Kevin had taken on two grown men in Harry and Marv.
But where's this battle going on?
It's going on in the shopping mall. They basically go like the KB toy stores, not KB stores. I don't know who would sell a BB gun. Would KB's toy store sell a BB gun back in the day?
Who knows?
Probably.
Okay, there you go.
Which means that he has the BB gun accessible to him.
It's just whoever can get to it first. There's only one left, so they're both fighting over that.
Captain would go for it though. He doesn't really need it.
True. That's one option. But say he just really wants it. Like, I really want that BB gun. But so does Ralphie. It's just this conflict ensues.
Wait, so the BB gun that Kevin has that he uses, Ralphie sees it and he goes fucking, pardon my French, he goes ape shit. That's a better word.
They're in the mall and they're trying to get to it first.
Wait,
yeah, there's only one left. There's only one
like
left
a
for
jingle
sale.
all the way type thing.
Interesting how they had malls back then in the 50s or 60s, whenever.
Well, we're doing a little time.
Yeah, if we're thinking about it, Kevin would not have
a Sears
yet. So we're this is all
Sears and Roebuck.
Yes.
Oh. No.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's count people's votes. Let's see where they're at on this. You guys painted a good picture.
Alex says Kevin could take Ralphie's entire family. Wow.
Okay, so Maria says, is there a contest here?
Nope.
Jarrett says, I love Ralphie, and Jarrett does. Jarrett is a huge fan of this film. He says, I love Ralphie, but Kevin is a psychopath. Gabe says, so, Kevin, why don't you do Kevin, Home Alone, and Chris, let's have you do Ralphie, okay? So we already have 2 for Kevin. Gabe says Kevin. Bonnie says, oh, it's Kevin Mcallister, no doubt.
Yes.
Brody says, 'tis the season for spammers, which is hilarious, by the way. Kim says Kevin.
Yeah.
Jim says, interesting. Inventive destruction versus boundless repressed rage. But it's got to be Kevin. Yeah, that's nice. Jim, I'm going to pin that. That's very nice. I like that.
Well said. Very well said.
Yeah, that's very well said. So we're going to put that up there. That's going to be pinned for a moment. Maria's has been taken down for now because everybody saw it. Ralphie is a crap shot, says Alex. That's true. Sean says, y'all can't take Ralphie's gun and let Kevin keep his traps. I call shenanigans.
Well, Kevin doesn't need to keep his traps.
He can get traps
anywhere.
Right.
He can make traps anywhere. He can.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Bonnie says Kevin is a sharpshooter. Ralphie's fired his BB gun once and freaked the F out and cried. Also true. Austin says Kevin. Kid. Alex says Kevin would wreck that mama's boy. Tim says Ralphie couldn't keep Ralphie's gun. Jared says Kevin gave 0 fucks if he killed people. He's also a kleptomaniac and is obsessed with the basement boiler. If he pees the bed, that's the mark of a serial killer. Ricky says Kevin would trick Ralphie to lick a pole. Nice. That's smart.
Yeah.
Sean says, are they in the 40s or the 90s? Let's split the difference and say like
It was 70s.
Yeah.
Maybe? We can kind of put them in the 70s.
let's say mid to late 70s.
Mid-70s? Yeah.
Alex says Kevin could take Ralphie's entire family. Yep. And the dogs that eat their turkey.
Mhm.
Hakeem says Kevin Mcallister wins hands down. He has at least 3 adventures worth of experience overcoming hardships. Dino says Oshman Sporting Goods at the mall. Kevin Booby trap him. Alex says he can probably even destroy the entire staff at the Chinese restaurant where they eat Christmas dinner. Oh, Sean says Ralphie. Oh, Sean, you're cute. Mom says Kevin. My dad says Kevin. My sister says Kevin. Sean says, I mean, did you see what Ralphie did to Scott? Maria says, I love Ralphie too, but he's going to shoot his eye out. Brody says Kevin for Marique and I. So 2 more votes for Kevin. Chris says, Chris Duque in the house. He says, what up, suckers? I'm going with Ralphie. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's always has to be that one contrarian, or in this case, 2.
Yeah.
Gonna
Sean says
die.
Kevin runs away all the time. He never goes face to face with anyone. He only sets traps.
He still wins.
Okay. So where are we at vote-wise, guys?
So I really two for Ralphie.
Massacre.
I think I have like 16 for Ralphie.
For Kevin.
I'm serious. 16 for Kevin. I mean, 16 for Kevin.
Okay. So, Chris, how do you vote?
Oh, Kevin, 1,000
Sammy.
billion%.
Sammy, how do you vote?
I vote for Kevin.
Kevin, how do you vote?
Of course, I'm voting for my namesake, Kevin.
And I also vote for Kevin. Yeah. This was
That's 20 to 2.
a complete massacre. Sorry, Sean.
He shot his eye
Sorry.
out.
Sorry.
Hey, can we take this? Can I throw an audible here?
What's the audible?
Can I put just real quick because we just discussed. Let's do Kevin. Can we do Kevin McAllister because this is somebody I think we left out that we should probably put in. Kevin McAllister versus Clark Griswold.
Ooh.
Let me see if I can find a picture of Clark Griswold real quick. Hang on. I don't know if if I can pull it up fast enough. We'll see.
Want me to email one to you real quick? Or is that be fast enough?
No, it'll probably be faster if I can just Google search it. That way, it's fair for everybody to have 2 pictures. Clark Griswold. Okay. Now let me see if I can find an image of his that's not like going to take up the entire screen. That is going to take up the entire screen. Let's see, what's this one? There we go. That's a good one. Okay, give me a second. Working on it, guys. We're going to get this up for you in a moment, hopefully. Okay, and we're going to save this into Shortbox Holiday Smackdown, save, and done. Okay, great. So we are pulling up Kevin McAllister again. Kevin McAllister should be up on the screen. Everybody should see him being all mischievous. And Kevin Green, by the way, that is a very similar photo to what I found. So he's going up against Clark Griswold of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. All right. Okay, where are we at with this, Chris, then? This is your brainchild.
I mean, look at his eyes. I mean, those eyes should say enough right there. I think Clark Griswold will make it through all of his traps because he's that crazy. He wants that Christmas bonus. So he's going to get that BB gun and shoot everybody in the mall.
Oh.
Who wants the Christmas bonus? Kevin?
Oh, we're going
Clark.
Oh. Okay, so we're going active shooter?
Jeez.
We're going active shooter. Look at those eyes.
Man, you went dark.
Wow.
Chris went dark on this one. All right, everybody in the chats. We are at the mall, and we have Griswold that wants his bonus pretty bad. I think Kevin McAllister would have settled with the Jelly of the Month Club personally, but
Wow.
I mean,
his family already had money. Come on, look at him. Okay, Jarrett says Kevin created the chaos. Clark was at the whim of the chaos. Austin says Kevin. Chris says Kevin McAllister for this one. He would drive Clark to insanity. Alex says Jarrett is right, so he's going Kevin. Gabe says Kevin. Chris, with your audible, I don't know. It should have been a mutable, I guess. I don't know.
I just felt he needed to be represented, so I figured it was.
Bonnie,
Does I vote
makes
Kevin?
A very good point.
Go ahead,
Bonnie
Kevin.
makes a good point. She says, I vote Kevin. At 8 years old, he was basically an engineering genius. Meanwhile, Clark can't handle his Christmas lights. There you go.
I think that's a good point. I mean, poor Clark, he was beaten down that Christmas. I mean, Kevin's got nothing to lose. He's a kid. He doesn't care. He'll keep going.
He's a rich little snot.
Well, yes, but Clark nearly had, basically had a nervous breakdown, and Kevin's fine, so I feel like he'd probably come out on top.
Let's see. Enrique says Kevin. Alex says his bonus is dirt. This kid can make me out. I'm not messing with someone who throws spiders at people. Can take me out, yeah. So he feels like Kevin could take him out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna go with Kevin on this one, Chris. I'm sorry, Kevin. We have not.
Fine. I thought we had an interesting conversation. To have.
4 more votes for Kevin. Yeah, it's done. Kevin takes Clark Griswold easily.
Kevin cannot be defeated.
Dino says, I just found marbles on my stairs, Kevin. All right, so that was, who did that one? That was Kevin and Sammy.
Sammy and I, yeah.
Yep.
Chris, let me throw something at you here. Okay. What do you think about the other Tower Trouble dude? What do you think?
Sure, yeah, that sounds good to me.
And so it was Hans Gruber.
Yep.
And he was going up against.
I don't have the list in front of me. I can't remember.
It's Mr. Meister.
Yes, Burgermeister.
Yes. See, that's why, Kevin or Chris. That's why I was giving you the benefit. I was trying to get you to. This was your boy, Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Yeah.
So we got Burgermeister Meisterburger versus Hans Gruber.
It's like the Battle of the Germans or something.
Say this 10 times fast. It's Burgermeister Meisterburger versus Hans Gruber. See if you can come up with that one. And guys, we know it's been about an hour and a half here, time-wise, so we can keep going. We have a few more, or we can end it after this one. It just depends on how everybody feels. So, okay, so we are, where are we at? Are we still in the tower? High rise?
Yeah, but we're in the conference room, I think.
A high rise conference room.
Yeah.
And
I think they met up for their conference of Germans.
Right, for the German conference.
Yeah.
And Hans is like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was for the bad guys. And Burgermeister Meisterburger is like, it is for the bad guys. What do you mean it's not for the bad? I don't know, my accent's terrible.
Yeah, that was like an Irish, like,
I went to
Scotch.
yeah,
Weird.
This was such a hybrid. Okay, so he's like, what do you mean it is for the bad guys? What are you talking about? And Hans is like, no, I mean the truly bad guys. And then that's when Burgermeister Meisterburger, like, snaps his lederhosen and his what do you call these things? I don't know. Suspenders, I guess.
Suspenders, yeah.
His suspenders, and he snaps his lederhosen, and he's like, the fight is on!
Oh, I'm scared.
And they go at it. What happens? Jim's got a good point. Jim says Hans Gruber if he can stay away from the windows.
Who are you saying, Mr. Bergmeister?
Fair point. Fair point.
All right, so let's see. Skill sets. Burgermeister Meisterburger is claymation.
Is that a skill?
But he's rigid. He doesn't have much flexibility as claymation, but he's still made of clay. So I would say bullets don't harm him. What do you think, Chris?
I agree. I think bullets just go away, kind of like he's like Clayface from Batman.
Right. So at this point, then, it's just a matter of intellect. I think that Hans is a little bit smarter than Meisterburger, so I would give Hans a +1 advantage. Thoughts on that?
I would say yes. I would say he's way more intelligent than Burgermeister. And I would say even with the clay,
Mm-hmm.
he's Hans Gruber. I mean, he nearly, even though John McClane whooped his butt, I would say he was still a good match for him. So he can more than take Mr. Burgermeister Claymation Man.
Chris Duquet says, anybody with the word burger in their name gets the win for this one. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Alex, sorry if you got to bounce soon, buddy. I know it's late there. I apologize. But like I said, we can end at any point in time whenever we want right now. It's just having fun today. It's a holiday special. We're going to be doing something not exactly similar, but we're going to just be having some fun next Monday as well, because we will be here. And by the way, since we have a lot of your attention, go to splatteredfrog.com, type in the code SHORTBOX, get 20% off your order. Should be shipped. Hopefully you get it just in time for Christmas. You can get a nice Splattered Frog hat or t-shirt, hat like Kevin has. You can get a pint-sized mug. They're beautifully done. They're just wonderful. Fill your mug with your pint-sized glass with some delicious beer and enjoy. Also, with Half's Hot Sauce, you can get some bottles of hot sauce. I've had a lot of people from the podcast that have had the hot sauce now. A lot of people. Alex Benquita being the last person that I've spoken to that has tried the hot sauce and very much enjoyed it. So, guys, keep buying the hot sauce. It's wonderful. And it's going to make a great Christmas gift, I promise you. They even have a little Christmas gift box package that you can order, I think, on the site now. So, halfshotsauce.com. Type in the code Donald Hiccups for 10% off your order, guys. And I will put those in the chats here in a moment. But we're going to be doing some voting here for Hans Gruber versus Burgermeister Meisterburger. Kevin, I know you've been checking in the chats and stuff. Any comments that you want to highlight while I type in these coupon codes?
Well, just two quick things. Please be so kind to bless our algorithms. Please leave a like on our page here for this episode. It goes a long way in helping our channel. The second thing is Hans Gruber is a criminal mastermind. I have to go with Mr. Hans Gruber in this fight against the Burgermeister.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sammy, what do you think?
Agreed. I mean, he managed to infiltrate that Nakatomi Tower and be nearly beat, but not quite. Was outmatched by John McClane, but he's highly intelligent, extremely ruthless, and don't think Burgermeister stands a chance, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He may be play, but...
And in an alternate universe, he was Harry Potter's rival, although later on turned out to be an ally.
Snape was a good guy. He was very
undercover. He was undercover.
That bastard hurt Emma Thompson on Christmas and bought his secretary a necklace. He hurt her. Burgermeister needs to kick his ass for that way he did to her. Poor Emma Thompson, getting her a CD for Christmas. Oh, come on!
It was Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, Chris, I don't care if you're our DM. I will disagree with you at risk of being smited.
I'm not saying that Burgermeister's going to win. I'm saying Burgermeister needs to kick his ass. Is what I'm saying.
He can try, but I don't think
Good luck on that. Good luck on that.
No, I definitely think that Gruber's going to win the battle, but he deserves to die.
Right. Okay. So, Kevin, you're doing Hans. Chris, you're doing Burgermeister. Okay? It's not going to look good for Burgermeister, I can guarantee you. Let's see. Jarrett says, I'm a Rankin Bass man, but Hans is a stone cold killer. So we got one for Hans. Chris says, anybody with the name Burger, of course. So Chris is voting for Burgermeister Meisterburger. Jim says Hans Gruber. Alex, yes, Alex says nice wimpy reference. Jarrett says Burgermeister, I don't like toys. Hans, I don't like you. Bang. Mom says Hans. Dad says Hans. And Stephanie, my sister, says Hans. Gabe says I vote for Hans. Alex says, well, he's already said Hans. Burgermeister wasn't even in Clay Fighters. He can't fight even for a Clay Man. Chris says Claymation is always invincible. Did anyone watch Gumby and how powerful he was? Frank says Hans. Hey Frank, thanks for joining. Brody says Hans for Marique and myself. Says 2 more for Hans. Alex says good hot sauce. Yes, thank you, Alex. Dino says yippee-ki-yay. He's voting Hans. Austin says Hans. Dino says Hans masterminded the Nordstrom heist a few days ago. That's true. And Hakeem says Gruber wins. So where are we at? Sounds like Hans ran away with it.
Yeah, I have like 11 votes for Hans.
Just one for Burgermeister.
Okay, so do we even need to cast our votes? Let's just see who we thought. I'm going Hans.
I think we all went but Hans here.
Okay. All right, so 4 more for Hans. So it's done. Burgermeister's done. Guys, what do you think? Do you want to do one more, or should we just sign off for the evening?
Let's do one more.
One more? Let's all 4 kind of paint the scenario. Let's all 4 paint the picture and stuff and have fun with this one. So we all have our list. I'm going to mention names, and let's pick, okay?
I think we should do the master of them all.
Ebenezer?
No, Santa.
Versus Krampus.
Okay, let's do it. Santa Claus. It's going to end out the evening. Jared, I'm taking off your pinned comment. Sorry, buddy. And he is going up against Krampus. Ooh, that's a scary picture of Krampus. Jesus, Kevin.
Hey, I had to bring it, man. Had to bring a scary picture.
All right, so Santa Claus versus Krampus. Here we are, guys. All right, so, okay. Now, I know our friend of the podcast and our buddy in our comic book group on Facebook, Super Palookas, is not available right now. So, Caleb, this is for you. Caleb and I just did a podcast, which is going to be coming out on Thursday, by the way. And we painted the skill set of Santa Claus. He is an Omega level mutant. He has super speed. He doesn't have time travel because he has super speed, which he can manipulate time with that. He has the power of teleportation. He has magic. Therefore, he can create force fields because of the severe cold in the elements that he lives in the North Pole, but as well as when he's flying, he's able to breathe easily. He has super hard skin. Again, because of where he's at, conditions are very harsh. So he's able to resist these harsh conditions with his super hard skin. He also can read minds because he knows if you've been good or bad. He knows if you're awake. All that shit. That's
pretty creepy.
Lays powers. Out mind reader. Okay? So we have...
He can also like shrink or turn into gas or something. So
yes, we also have matter manipulation. He can make his body into basically any shape he wants. So thank you, Chris, for bringing that up. So he is versus Krampus, who is a evil version of Santa that tortures children. So basically, he is like Jigsaw, and he creates scenarios to torture people with. I don't know his skill set well enough to lay out his powers, so I've laid out Santa's with the help of Chris very easily. So, Kevin, Sammy, Chris, do you guys have any options for Krampus here?
Well, let's see. According to something I found, Krampus is exceedingly strong. He can overpower, maul, and lift full-grown humans. He has super stamina, like a god. He has the powers of teleportation. He can teleport from any location in a blink of an eye.
That makes sense.
And he has the ability to summon an army of snowmen by the rays of his hand.
Okay.
Well, I think Santa also has an army. I mean, they're elves, but
yep. And whatever he pulls out of that sack, we don't know. But the same thing goes for Krampus. So I think Krampus has some similar skill sets in a lot of ways, because he also has to resist temperature change. So I think he has very hard skin. I think he's also very fast, so he has super speed. I don't think he can read minds. And I think that is where Santa Claus is going to have the advantage. I think Santa's mind reading...
Well, then how does he know? Then how does he know about the kids being bad and needing to learn a lesson?
But he doesn't know who's been good. He only knows who's been bad.
Well, so then maybe he can read some minds.
He can only maybe read the minds of naughty people. So Santa's very good.
Or maybe he just feels their naughty energy.
Oh, I like that. Okay, let's read some comments and see what people in the chat think. I like this. Yeah, you can read your naughty energy. So people at the club are like, unch, 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 and he's in there like trying to read your energy, like dancing with you. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. We've got votes already. Jeez, okay. Dino says Santa knows all, and he manages to break into millions of homes in one night. Alex says, Alex studies up. Alex knows a lot about the Headless Horseman and such, so he digs into mythology, which I dig that on Alex. He says, Krampus note. Has anyone ever read the Krampus comic by Brian Jones? Really good book. I don't think I have, but I know of it. I remember the cover. I also haven't read Claus by Grant Morrison, which I thought was what the Netflix show is based off of, Alex, and I apparently am wrong on that. Chris says super strength and endurance. You have to have those to lift a bag full of stuff billions of times in one night. Yes and no, Chris. Very simple to explain. Basically, it's a black hole bag. It's a teleportation bag of sorts. So
like a bag of holding in D&D.
There we go. I knew you were going to say it, so I just let you. I just pitched it up in the air and you knocked it out. Okay. Austin, let's see. Alex says Krampus picks on kids because he can't take adults. LOL. Santa all the way. Sean says, I think they have fought before and Santa beat him so hard people forgot about Krampus.
Yeah.
Jim says if Santa has super speed and can read Krampus's mind, Krampus is screwed. And Maria says Krampus is a demon and Santa is a celestial. Santa's going to take him out with some kind of radiant damage magic. Okay. See, I like this. You guys are really thinking outside the box. This is a lot of fun, guys. So thank you. I really do appreciate everybody popping in for tonight. It's been a very, very nice treat to see some people that I haven't seen in a while.
And the trolls. The trolls were cool tonight.
Yeah, the trolls were great. Yeah, the trolls were great. By the way, we haven't had any in a while, so if you guys want to troll us, go ahead. I need that ban button.
Bring it on.
Frank says Krampus can pull your worst nightmares out of his bag. Dino says, could Krampus get out of Santa's bag? No way. Chris says Santa kicks the demon shit out of Krampus and feeds him to the reindeer. Alex says, yes, more D&D references. And a D&D is the best version. Go TSR.
That would be Advanced Dungeons and Dragons?
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, sorry. Is the best version. Go TSR. Hakeem says Krampus was born naughty. He cares not what Santa thinks, but Santa will destroy Krampus because of his numerous powers. They're both demons, though. In a lot of ways, I've argued that, Hakeem, before. So that's a good point. Alex, do you do D&D? I'm just thinking outside the box, because at some point I'm going to be doing a campaign myself. My very own campaign, my first time being a dungeon master. I'm working on it. I'm plotting it slowly. So I'm just throwing it out there, you know. Shush. Oh, he says he used to a lot. Okay. I just picked it up last year, by the way. I did. I think Sammy just picked it up last year.
Like a couple years ago. I tried playing a few years ago. Did not. The group was bad.
Ah, okay. Dino says, plus I know Santa exists because I've seen him at the North Pole, but I've yet to see Krampus or those damn elves. Brody says, Santa for Marika and I. Okay. It was what I did on Friday night, says Alex. Okay, so we've got votes. All right. Chris, since you've played Santa, you will be counting Santa's votes. Sammy, since you're quite devilish, you will be doing Krampus's votes.
Wow. Wow.
And we will go from the start, clear from the start, which is a lot of votes and a lot of time, guys. And we are giving away a prize. We're going to do that next. This was our final battle. I apologize about the time, but we are giving away prizes.
Yeah.
Too much fun.
So, Alex, if you can hang in there, hang in there. So here we go. Mom says Santa. Dad says Santa. Stephanie says Santa. Gabe says Krampus. Dino says Santa. Austin says Krampus. Alex says Santa all the way. Enrique says Krampus. Sean says Santa.
Okay.
Jim says Santa. Janet says Krampus. Maria says Santa. Frank says Krampus. Dino says Santa. Chris says Santa. Hakeem says Santa. Brody says Santa. Or no, Marique says Santa, I'm sorry. And Brody says Krampus.
Okay.
Bonnie says Santa. Janet says Santa. Chris Duque says, I wish Santa and Krampus were Smash Brother characters. Alex says he did it on Friday nights. D&D since he didn't go out or go on dates. Frank says, second edition AD&D will forever be the best. Frank, I didn't know you played. Alex says, LOL, good groups are a most important part of a good game. Frank says, Krampus. And Chris Duque says, Santa. And Dino says, holy shit, I know what I want for Xmas now. It's Santa's bag. All right, where are we at on the votes, guys?
Okay, we got 7 for Krampus.
Got 15 for Santa.
Okay, really quickly, Sammy, who do you vote for?
I'm voting for Santa, man. Come on.
All right, Chris, who do you vote for?
Oh, Santa 1000%.
Kevin, who do you vote for?
I'm going to go with old Saint Nick.
Yay.
And me? I just want to tell you a quick story about the time when I was a kid and I came running down the stairs looking for my gifts. It was around 8 a.m. and the gifts were all there. And Mom said, no, you can't unwrap these gifts because Dad's asleep. So I said, okay, but Santa left me these gifts. Can I get these gifts from Santa? And Mom said no, because Dad's still asleep. I'm going to tell you one thing I learned that day. Krampus didn't leave me any gifts, but he also didn't tell me that I couldn't open any gifts. And while I thought of that, my mom said, you can open up one gift. So I quickly grabbed a gift, opened it feverishly as fast as I could, and she said that one was from Santa. And I said, okay, I'll vote for Santa, Mom. And that's my story. I voted for Santa. All right, we're over. That's it. Thank you, guys. Let's do the Wheel of Christmas Time fun, Kevin. We are giving away 2 prizes tonight?
I believe so.
Okay, what are we giving away? We're giving away a surprise holiday Blu-ray. I will probably be sending that. I don't know. And Kevin, what will we else be giving away? Another Blu-ray?
Yes, another Blu-ray.
All right, let's give away 2 Blu-rays. The hell with it. Let's give away 2 Blu-rays. Wait. What else are we giving away? Chris, are we giving away something else?
Blu-ray.
Another Blu-ray?
Good Lord.
We're giving away 3 Blu-rays? Okay, fine. To the 16
Blu-ray
people that are
Monday.
still here, this is a really good bonus for the night. Okay, Chris, what are we giving away? Do you have a Blu-ray? Wait, is it a surprise? Are we making it a surprise? Or are you going to tell them?
I'll tell him.
Tell them. Go for
We
it.
got Buddy the Elf. We got Elf Blu-ray.
Oh, man, that's perfect. Okay, Chris is giving away Buddy the Elf. Personally, Buddy the Elf, he has it right in front of him. Now, the ones from Kevin and myself are going to be a surprise, everybody. But you know, if you're getting a gift from Chris, it's going to be the Elf Blu-ray. Okay, so let's do that one first. This is for the Elf Blu-ray. Now, of course, anybody that just won, we've made a policy recently, and anybody that just won from the last podcast the last two actually, will not be enrolled in to the current winnings on this podcast. So that means Ray and Pete, who is not here, cannot enter on this one. But you guys can be entered in on the next one if we do another prize giveaway. Okay? We just want to make that fair to everybody. So that's all.
All right. Give me the names, who's present, and I'll put them on the wheel.
My sister just confirmed. She said, we got to open our gifts at noon, LOL. See?
That's funny.
Because my dad would sleep until noon. He would make us wait the whole time until we got the camcorder out and could record.
Let him sleep.
We would sit there from like 8 in the morning until noon. 4 hours we would sit there with these gifts from Santa Claus and have to watch. You know what?
Man sleep.
I should change my vote to Krampus, but I still love Santa. I'm going to leave Santa up on the screen because he's great. And I'll move Holiday Smackdown right below him. There we go. Kevin. All right. Who is the winner of Chris's Blu-ray?
Oh, wait. You didn't give me all the names of who's present.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Anybody that's here still... see, some of these people know the drill. They already started putting present. Put present in the chat if you're still here. Santa Jaws? I don't know, Sean. It absolutely could be. I'm going to say something. I gave away the surprise Blu-ray that I sent. Was not a nice Blu-ray. It wasn't a happy one, so to speak. But it's very good, but it wasn't a happy one. So I like to pick out interesting Christmas time Blu-rays when I send them. So Alex is present. Alex Benquita is present. Sean is present. Gabe is present. Frank Huff, still here, buddy. Still staying strong. Thank you, Frank. Hakeem is present. Chris Duque is present. Let's see. Stephanie is present. Mom is present. Dad is present. Maria is present. Kim is present. Hey, Kim, thanks for sticking with us. Kim is present. Jim is still here. Jim is present. Bonnie is present. Austin is present. Marique is present. Brody is present. Dino is present. Enrique is present. That's a lot of people that are still present.
Yes.
Right? Did you get them all, Kevin?
Yes, I have. I had everybody. All right, let us begin.
Okay, so this is for the Chris Blu-ray. And this is for the Blu-ray
the winner
of Elf,
of
right?
Chris's Blu-ray is Jim. Jim, congratulations.
Are you shitting me? Jim Hoffmaster, you win the Elf Blu-ray. That's going to be sent to you from Chris, personally from Chris Kringle, right here on the podcast. His name says it all. Chris Kringle will be gifting you a Blu-ray of Elf. Boy, I hope you have a Blu-ray player. Because it's coming your way, buddy. Enjoy. Merry Christmas, my friend. Wow, that's great. Let's see. Jim says, winner, winner, chicken dinner, exclamation point with a smiley face. So he's pretty happy. Kevin, did you put in Janet? Because she said she was here?
Yep, she's here.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, so next. I don't know, Jim. Yeah, you can check. Jim, check and make sure, because if you don't, we'll switch your win to mine or Kevin's, and one of us can send you a DVD instead of a Blu-ray. So let's wait on Jim to check and make sure, okay?
All right.
No, Alex, the Blu-ray player should not be included. Are you kidding me? Hey, I'm gonna be honest with everybody, and I would love some feedback in the chat if anybody has had the time. We started placing advertisements on our audio podcasts. I know it sucks, but we will be eventually, and I mean eventually, like we'll make $10 a year compensated for the advertisement on our audio podcasts. So I would like to know if it's annoying to people to have that, if it's or if like you're so used to it, it's okay. because I really want what's best for our audience, and I don't want to annoy everybody. But I also want to make us a little money so we can afford to keep giving out gifts and keep doing this, like we're doing. So let me know in the chats if you've had time to listen to our audios, what you think. And if you don't, listen and then text me and let me know. Jim says, one moment. Okay, Jim. Alex says the Blu-ray player should be included, and he digs it. Okay, great. And Alex wants more hot sauce. Alex, you got the wrong one. Okay, so Jim says let's assume not, and let's go with the DVD. Okay, Kevin, you know what? Actually, Jim, I'm going to send you the holiday DVD. It's going to be coming.
We got you.
It's going to be coming from me. I'm going to send it to you. So, Jim, either on Facebook or if you have my phone number, text me your address, and I will send you a surprise holiday DVD. Now, moving forward.
What that means is we're still at 3 prizes.
Right. Well, no, we're still at...
Alex, get hold of me. Find me on Facebook, and I will see what I can do for you.
We have 2 prizes. We have Chris's Elf Blu-ray left and your Blu-ray, Kevin.
Oh, okay, I see. Your stuff's... Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm just twitching out. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's go with the Elf one again, a Blu-ray. And everybody, I don't think we've added any new people, so go ahead and put it in.
All right, the winner is Bonnie.
Bonnie won the Elf Blu-ray. Bonnie, do you have Elf on Blu-ray? If you do, again, we'll switch that to Kevin's surprise Blu-ray for you.
No one wants my prize.
We just want to make sure that people get it that want it and need it. That's all. And Elf is a wonderful Blu-ray. Chris, it's a very nice prize, I promise you. I just want to make sure it's a very popular film. So Bonnie. Okay, Bonnie's happy. She must not have it. So, Chris,
all right.
Bonnie gets Elf for Christmas. So, Bonnie, if you can reach out to us, she doesn't have it. If you can text me your address, I probably should have it, and I'm sorry if I don't. Just text it to me, and I'll forward it over to Chris, and he'll send you out your Elf Blu-ray. Hopefully you get it in time for Christmas. We have 1 prize left. You know what? Let me play some music for this one, since it's the final one. Here we go. It's going to get loud, so let's hurry. Kevin, this is your surprise Christmas Blu-ray that we'll be giving out, so the Wheel of Holiday Fun continues. Bonnie, I'm going to check and see if I have your address.
All right. The winner is Kimberly.
No shit! Oh, wow. Kim. Kimberly Crawl, you won the surprise Blu-ray. So, Kim, you definitely need to give us your address because I think you moved.
Now, I'm willing to be nice here, Donald. Let's add a bonus Blu-ray. I'm feeling giving tonight.
Oh, shit. Kevin's feeling giving. All right.
I want to get one more special Blu-ray out there.
Wait a minute. Maria's requesting I tell a story since I'm playing the music, so.
Oh, no.
I just want to tell you all the story of the time that Kevin gave me a present.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to tell you, it was a bottle of liquor. Kevin said, "This is for your drunk ass, Donald. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I hope you don't fall down the stairs again." Because I told him a story once of the time I fell down the stairs at my mom and dad's because my sister had had a baby. And the baby was crying, and I couldn't see, and I was in the dark, and I didn't want to wake the baby. And I fell down the stairs instead and woke everyone. And my mom thought I died and broke my neck, so when she opened the door and I spilled out onto the floor and she screamed, I thought, oh shit, this is how it ends. And I went, ow, and she went, are you okay? And I said, yes, I'm okay. Oh, alright. And then they went back to bed, and I laid there on the floor for 7 more hours. So I could feel my legs again, and then I got up and walked back up the stairs and went back to bed myself. And it was just a terrible, terrible, terrible time for me falling down the stairs, but I realized something. I don't mind children, and I'm happy my sister had that kid, because she turned into a wonderful niece, and she had kids. And those kids are great. And kids are wonderful if you want them. If you don't want them and you have them, you should keep them. Because they're wonderful. But if you can't afford to keep them, give them to Kevin, because Kevin needs children. Kevin has none. He doesn't have a wife. So if someone wants to marry Kevin, you should marry Kevin. In fact, if someone right now wants to propose to Kevin on the live podcast, I will allow it. And it is not the booze talking.
Way too much, man.
I'm done.
Anyway, the winner is Hakeem.
Oh! All right, I'm putting this up. Sammy, Bonnie says this took a turn, and Alex says Sammy should marry Kevin. So there we go. There we have it. And Hakeem says, what? So he's excited he won. Gabe is laughing. Bonnie is laughing. Kim says adulthood.
Yep.
Chris Duque says, I'm so turned on right now. Alex says Chris fell asleep. He drank too much. And Donald's story is fantastic. Jim is wiping a tear from his eye. And Alex says booze is a great gift. And Kevin is intoxicated. He's giving away everything. Chris Duque says Sammy and Kevin all the way. Beautiful children. Mixed babies are always beautiful. There we go.
Wow.
So,
People.
this evening, while we give away and ship out these Blu-rays and, well, hang on a second. Let me just say this properly.
Oh no.
While we give away all these Blu-rays and Kevin thinks about babies and possibly Sammy making some for him, we will talk about cookies and milk and Santa Claus another time, and while Chris takes a nap, and you all join us next week on The Real Short Box. We would love to see you. If you could really help our sponsors, Splattered Frog and Half's Hot Sauce, and purchase some things, we'd appreciate it. And if you could just give us a little like in the box, since we gave you a bunch of free stuff, that would be awesome too. Actually, if the people that got free stuff would ever post a picture or send me a picture of them with the free stuff, that would be great too, because we could post that on our social media and more people might follow us and want to join and be a part of this, since there is a bunch of free stuff being given away. That would be cool as well. And also, Chris just wants to thank you for being here. He wants to know that he loves you all and he wishes you a very Merry Christmas. And if he could, he'd break into your home and bake you cookies. Because that's the kind of man he is. He's the kind of man that'll break into your home just to bake you cookies. And if your children sneak downstairs, he'll tie them up so they can't tell you that he's baking you cookies. So he can surprise you with cookies that he's baked. And your children they can't talk because he's gagged them and he's tied them up. And everything is fine, don't worry. I'm okay too. I haven't had too much to drink. It's a great night. We're all having a good time. Calm down. Calm down.
And if we don't see you, perhaps we'll see you at the elated, elegant, enchanting, enthusiastic, fancy, fantastic, but always graceful comic book shop.
Yes. Good night, everybody. And before we go, I just want to tell you something.
Please, God.
Okay, I'm done. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. Next week, we're going to have a real heck of a time. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a real hoot. It's going to be a holiday bash. We are all going to have holiday punch. It's going to be a real fun time. Thank you. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Enjoy your gifts. Have a good night, everybody. Get some sleep. And I just want to tell you something really quick before we go.
Nope.
If I could. Good night, everyone. We all love you. And we wish you the best. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, which already passed. Kwanzaa's nice, too. And if you're from some other place that I don't know, I hope you enjoy that time, too. If you're from that world with Dune, I hope that you get all the spice. All the spice. Good night, everybody.